gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. WWE Weekend Review. This week, WWE ending, 3/15. Today is the 17th, so NXT on 3/15. So I'm covering matches from Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, 205 Live, and NXT. Not a lot of great matches this week. We did get a rumored match for WrestleMania 34. Universal title, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. WWE has spent time, effort, major pay-per-view events trying to put over Roman Reigns. We tried to put him over as a face, it failed miserably. So now let's change gears. Let's put him over as a heel. Does that mean going into WrestleMania 34, 13 months away, 12 and a half months away, that we're going to make Roman Reigns the biggest heel in the company versus Brock Lesnar, who's a face? So here's how this is going to go down. I'm hoping I'm right about this. Brock Lesnar wins the Universal title at WrestleMania 33. Roman Reigns loses to The Undertaker, Undertaker's final match, which Taker could put Reigns over by beating him. That's fine. Have a beat down at the end by Roman Reigns when the match is over. He turns heel. He goes on as a heel. Do you think a year run is going to really? I mean, the crowd's going to give two shits for Roman Reigns as a heel. If Tripp can't put him over, if Seth Rollins can't put him over, if Shawn Michaels can't get him over, and Taker can't get him over, no one can get this motherfucker over. Anyway, we get a year to debate that one. Let's get down this week. We had Sasha Banks versus Dana Brooke. Sasha wins. Not a really great match. We had a cruiserweight tag match. We had Kira Tozawa and T.J. Perkins teaming up versus Tony Nese and the Brian Kendrick. I actually thought this match was really good. I gave it 3 stars. Tony Nese getting the pinfall on T.J. Perkins. Tony Nese, great ability there. Kira Tozawa, Perkins. Not a big Brian Kendrick fan, but I give that match 3 stars. Next, we had a could have been a great match. Kevin Owens teaming up with Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn and Chris Jericho. Match ended in DQ. It was set up to be a really good match. I was hoping it would actually happen completely. Next, we had the number 1 contender for the tag titles. We had Big Cass and Enzo Amore versus Cesaro and Sheamus. The winner of this goes on to WrestleMania to fight Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson for the WWE Raw Tag Team titles. This match ended in DQ. We get Mick Foley to come out and say, you know what? This match is going to end in DQ. Guess what? WrestleMania. Triple threat match for the WWE Raw Tag Team titles. We have Enzo and Cass teaming up versus Luke Gallows, versus Cesaro and Sheamus versus Luke Gallows and Anderson for the titles. Next, we had Jinder Mahal wanting to improve his spot on Raw versus Roman Reigns. 2-star Roman Reigns getting the victory. Nothing special. We had Austin Aries make his Monday Night Raw debut versus Ari Tavari. Good little match, actually. I enjoyed it. I gave it 2 3/4 star. Austin Aries is the greatest there is. I mean, he even tells you that. Yeah, A double is better than A. You know, numbers people get A, he gets A double. He gets double A's, and he's the greatest there is. Austin Aries gets a victory there. Next, we had Big Show versus Titus O'Neil. I'm over the Titus brand. Just done with it. Big Show getting a victory. I give it 2 star. Next, we had Bayley versus Nia Jax. In the matches, the main event match, in DQ, so nothing really going there. There's still talk of adding Nia Jax to the 3-way. Do we leave the 3-way? Do we add Dana Brooke since Dana turned on Charlotte? Just leave it alone. Don't fuck with it too much. I mean, maybe do Nia Jax and Dana Brooke, number 1 contender, and a pre-show. You know, something like that. Alright, on SmackDown Live, we had 4 matches. 2-hour show with 4 matches. Figure that one out. They were alright. We had Becky Lynch versus Natalya. Good little match. They had some chemistry. Becky getting the win by submission. I give it 2.5 stars. Next, we had Mickie James versus Alexa Bliss. Mickie James getting the pinfall victory over the SmackDown Women's Champion. Alexa Bliss doesn't have that much talent, I don't think. I mean, she's not one of the more talented ones that came from NXT. Like Carmella is more talented. She just Bliss doesn't have a lot of chemistry with anybody besides Becky Lynch. So hopefully she can work on that. Otherwise, she's dropping that title and touching it again. I think that whole surprise big ass match they're trying to plan at Mania, I think it's going to be a mystery, and it's going to be Asuka, and Asuka will come up and win the women's title. I think she'll retain. She'll drop her NXT title to Ember Moon, keep Ember Moon's streak going, undefeated streak going, and then Asuka will make her SmackDown debut and just dominate the hell out of the SmackDown women, hopefully. And next we have Mojo Rawley versus Dolph Ziggler. Mojo getting a count-out victory over Dolph. Dolph just walking away. I gave it 2 stars. It was something. Next we had a tag match. We had American Alpha versus the Usos. We had the Usos getting a non-title victory over American Alpha, which could set them up for a title shot down the line. We had Jey Uso pinning Jason Jordan. I gave it 2 3/4 stars. On 205 Live, we had 3 really good matches. 3 of the top 4 best matches of the week. We had Mustafa Ali versus Drew Gulak. I gave it 3 stars. Mustafa Ali getting the victory over Gulak. Like I've said before, there's so much talent here on the 205 Live roster. We need to create cruiserweight tag titles. If WWE wants to be the biggest company there is, obviously we know New Japan has all the IWGP championships. Create the cruiserweight tag championships. You can get all the cruiserweights you have. You can have your cruiserweight singles division and your cruiserweight tag division. You can go sign a Will Ospreay, bring in a Zack Sabre Jr., bring in a Marty Scurll. There's so much talent out there in the world under 205 that you could just blow this division out of the water. You have so much talent on your roster. Bring Roddy Strong up. You got Austin Aries. You got Neville. Even put Finn Balor in there. I hate to do that, but I mean, yeah, there's so much talent out there that can really build this cruiserweight with the tag titles and everything, build 205 Live up a little bit. We have a lot of tag matches. Like here, we have Jack Gallagher teaming up with Rich Swann versus Noam Dar and Ari Daivari. Good match. The whole side story with Rich Swann and Noam Dar and Alicia Fox is kind of getting cute. The announcers are starting to say stuff. It's like, come on, why do you got to give it away? It's pretty obvious. All this gifts that Alicia Fox is beginning at ringside. Rich Swann has either been seen in the back watching the TV or out at ringside when it happened. You know he's sending them to her. Dar's taking the credit for it. It's going to come out that Swann sent the stuff to her, not Dar. She'll end up with Swann, just like she went from Cedric Alexander to Noam Dar to Rich Swann. We're just going to call Alicia Fox a 205 Live whore. Okay, that's all we're going to do. Dar getting a pinfall over Rich Swann. I gave it 3 stars. Match of the week. We had a 5-way elimination, number 1 contender match. The winner of this faces Neville at WrestleMania. Why can't you just make the freaking Mania match a 5-way elimination match for the title? We had a double Austin Aries versus the Brian Kendrick versus Akira Tozawa versus T.J. Perkins versus Tony Nese. The winner goes on to Mania to face Neville. First elimination with T.J. Perkins made Tony Nese submit. Second fall, we had the Brian Kendrick pin Akira Tozawa. Third fall, we had T.J. Perkins tapping out to Brian Kendrick. And the final fall, we had the greatest wrestler on 205 Live history, a double Austin Aries, getting the pinfall victory over the Brian Kendrick to move on to WrestleMania. I gave this match 4 1/4. If you haven't seen it, it's worth watching. Go to the WWE Network and watch 205 Live. NXT, about what it was. We had the Ely brothers, couple twins. I mean, size-wise, they got it. They got the look, they got the size. If they have the ability and they can build up themselves, I think they would be a really good tag team. I mean, they're bigger than Authors of Pain, height-wise. We had them versus the Authors of Pain. Actually started out pretty decent, and then the power of the Authors of Pain came about. I gave it 2-star. I'm not a big Authors of Pain fan as of yet. They got a triple threat match at NXT TakeOver versus DIY and the Revival, which the Revival's got to get moved up soon. Good Lord. DIY, there's a good cruiserweight tag team. I mean, they're both in a 205. They're both in a cruiserweight tournament. Them, TM61. I mean, there's so many teams. Someone's talent WWE has on the roster that they could really develop the cruiserweight better with tag titles and whatnot. You still have quality talent in your other tag divisions. You still have quality singles guys, you know, for your US title, your IC title. You can bring guys in and build guys up for NXT. You don't have to have an all-star NXT roster. Next, we had Nikki Cross versus Macy Estrella. Stella, and just put Nikki Cross over more with Sanity. I'm over it. I don't like the whole Sanity gimmick, just telling you. Nikki Cross can get a victory. Main event, NXT Championship on the line, we had Cassius Ohno versus champion Bobby Roode. It was kind of a letdown for me. I know how good Cassius Ohno is. I know how good Bobby Roode is. I just think these guys in this match, it looked like they didn't have much chemistry. I'm hoping that, I know Nakamura Roode TakeOver would be great. Hey, Cassius Ohno, you know, once he gets kind of in his groove and being the guy that he can be, I think he's going to be great. I think he'll be a great champion. I think he needs to move up soon. Supposedly next week on NXT television, it's Cassius Ohno versus Elias Sampson, loser leaves town match, which means somebody's getting called up. Whoever loses is getting called up. Duh. But hopefully it's Hero or Cassius Ohno, but we'll see. Run down the 10 best matches of the week. Number 10, Monday Night Raw, Big Show, Titus O'Neil. Number 9, SmackDown Live, Mickie James, Alexa Bliss. Number 8, SmackDown Live, Becky Lynch, Natalya. Number 7, Monday Night Raw, Austin Aries and Ari Daivari. Number 6, SmackDown Live was the tag match, Alpha and the Usos. And number 5, I thought it was the NXT Championship match between Bobby Roode and Cassius Ohno. Bobby Roode retaining. I mentioned that. Yeah. Bobby Roode retained his title there in that match. Number 4, 205 Live, Mustafa Ali versus Drew Gulak. I give it 3-star. And number 3 from 205 Live, the tag match, Jack Gallagher, Red Swan versus Noam Dar and Ari Daivari. I gave it 3-star. And then number 2 was the tag match on Raw, Akira Tozawa and TJ Perkins versus Tony Nese and the Brian Kendrick. I gave it 3 stars. And what I thought the match of the week was the NXT or the 205 Live 5-way elimination match, number 1 contender match, with Aries pinned Brian Kendrick. That wraps up this week in WWE, our week in review in WWE. We're 3 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away from NXT TakeOver Orlando and WrestleMania. Obviously, the road to WrestleMania continues on Robert Sports Show. NCAA tournament, NASCAR previews, a lot of videos in the next 3 weeks. WrestleMania weekend, I will have the Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor preview and review, the NXT TakeOver preview review, WrestleMania preview review, and all the road to WrestleMania will be up by then. Whew. Alright, as always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great night. Have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.